held a little light. Woman of courage, you are not alone. There is a place of healing. There is a way back home. Rise, woman, rise. Your story is not over. Lift your eyes. Grace is getting closer. You are strong, you are seen, you are more than what has been. Rise, woman, rise. Your courage has a name. For the mother still believing, for the wife who carries pain, for the sister rebuilding after loss and public shame. There is dignity within you. There is beauty in your scars. You are not just surviving, you are living as an art. Rise, woman, rise. Your story is not over. Lift your eyes. Grace is getting closer. You are strong, you are seen, you are more than what has been. Rise, woman, rise. Your courage has a name. No shame will define you. No fear will confine you. The light still lives inside you. The future still can find you. Rise, woman, as your story is not over. Lift your eyes. Grace is getting closer. A place where hearts can heal. A place where hope is real. Woman of courage, you are not alone. She has carried many seasons with a smile the world could see. But behind the quiet window was a heart that longed for peace. She has waited through the silence. She has prayed through many nights. She has stood when storms are rising. Still she held a little light. Woman of courage, you are not alone. There is a place of healing. There is a way back.
I think I'm coming out loud and clear here.
Rise, woman, rise. Your story is not over.
Okay, welcome everyone. Good afternoon. You're welcome, Joe. Hi. All right. Good afternoon, my conscious ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this website launch of Uche Chigeme. As you know, my name is Uche Chigeme Anyanwototo Okukano. I am a transformative life coach. I am a wife, I am a mother, I am a woman, and someone who understands that living is not merely about existing, but it is an art. Today is a very special day for me, and I am excited. It is a public unveiling of a vision that has lived within me for a very long time. A vision that shaped not only me becoming a professional in training, a professional trainer, or a professional transformative life coach, but also being shaped by life experience. So thank you everyone for joining me today. Those from the United Kingdom, those from Nigeria and Biafra, those from all over the country in the African continent, those in the Europe, America, and every other part of the world. So I say good afternoon, good evening, and good morning, depending on where you're listening to me from. As you join today, please, You can introduce yourself in the comment section, just write where you're watching from, and stay tuned. This is more than a launch of a website. It is an opening space for reflection, for honest conversations, a space for healing, growth, rebuilding, and transformation, most importantly. It is a space where people can come within without being judged, without pretending to be who they're not. It is a space where we can examine the lives that we are living, the experiences that may have shaped us, and the choices that will determine what comes next in our life. So before I walk you through the platform, I want to say a heartfelt thank you to everyone who has encouraged me, who have supported me, prayed with me, and believed in this very vision. I also want to acknowledge my fellow coaches who are here. There are three of them. Joe was quite ill. Josephine was quite ill this morning, so I have Jamie and Joe in the house, and I am excited. So thank you for joining me today. The name of this platform or this website is Uche Chigeme, and the tagline is "Living is an art." An artist does not simply throw colors on a canvas without consciousness. So every line, every stroke, and shade, and every decision contributes to the final picture. And life is the same. So every decision we make becomes a stroke on the canvas of our lives. Every relationship that we enter into leaves a mark. Every experience we gather will also add color to the canvas. And don't forget that every disappointment as well will teach us something, and every loss changes something in us. Every moment of courage redraws the picture. But many people are living unconsciously, many are living unconsciously. They are reacting to life without understanding what or why they are behaving the way they do. They are carrying inherited fears, childhood wounds, social conditioning, cultural expectations, religious pressure, family patterns, and unresolved pain. And they may be functioning outwardly, but inwardly, they are struggling with a lot. I will not talk about my niche here because we're here to launch the website. That would be for my fellow coaches to look at. And they can talk about that and talk about what they understand by coaching. So the second thing that I will look at on the website would be about, or the first thing rather is about me. So producer, can you just share a little part of that home and then switch to about, please? Trying to see, I can't see that part. Okay. Okay, for some reason I can't see it. Okay. Okay. I've talked about a bit about myself and why this website was created. It came from life experience. As some of you know, I am going through, not going through, it's been part of ongoing event in my life where my husband is incarcerated by the Nigerian government. So there are so many things in life that this space was birthed from. Apart from that, there has been a lot of events there is no event in life that I have not experienced, and that has shaped who I have become today. And working with a lot of people, I know that we all need a space where we can come in and walk with someone who understands that part of us. So just excuse me. Okay, so this space is about so many compartments of life, every single health, relationship, leadership, dealing with government. There is no part of life that is not on this platform. So I like to stick to 30 minutes, 45 minutes tops, so that everyone can move on for the rest of the day. So if you can, please move to walk with me, please. If you can switch to walk with me. Okay, thank you. So the second thing here, most importantly, why this website is being launched is to take you through what this space holds. I want to show you coaching, membership, and support available through Uchechi Game. Coaching is not about someone standing above you or giving you orders or advising you. It is a structured and reflective partnership. And because I have my fellow coaches here, I will not talk about coaching. I will let them talk us through the meaning of coaching and how people see it, but what exactly coaching is. So, unfortunately, Josephine is unwell this morning, and I'm praying for her to get better. But I have Jamie Fielding in the house, and I have Joe Clegg. So I'll bring up Jamie first to tell us what he knows coaching to be. So Jamie is an IT consultant and a transformative life coach. So Jamie, welcome.
Thank you. Throw me at the deep end with a big question. Okay, so what is coaching? I think ultimately it's a conversation. I think the key thing about it is the coach is not the expert. They are the experts in the process of coaching, but they are not the expert in whatever it is that you want to fix, or want to make better. And that can be any aspect of your life. What the coach does is leads you through a conversation, encourages you to look deeply, gets you to pause and think, challenges you sometimes, and essentially provides a place where the kinds of thoughts that flip through our head day to day, the difficult thoughts, which we then move on from, because we've got to do something with the kids, or we've got to get the shopping, or get on with work, or whatever it is. They provide a really safe, secure, supportive space where you can stick with those thoughts and dig into them, and really understand them and use that to to understand what you really want, why you're behaving the way you are, why you're doing the things you are doing, better understand what you want to change, and then to find ways to do that. Joe, would you like to add anything to that?
Okay. Sorry. Joe wasn't coming. I think she's on.
You're on mute, Joe. Yeah.
On mute. Yeah. But that is Jo Clegg. Joe is a writer. She's done quite a lot of. She's known. What I remember she's done is Hey Doggy. So for those of you who's been on CBBS to watch Hey Doggy, she's also known for Minibots, Go Jetters, and Big Tree City. So Joe, welcome, and you may have the floor. And thank you for joining.
You're still on mute.
You're on mute. She's not coming out. Oh no. Joe, you're still on mute. If you scroll down, to the bottom of your screen, you would see.
There it is.
I didn't even get it.
I didn't think I had any control there.
No, you do. You do.
Hi, Uche. Thank you so much. Congratulations on this wonderful piece of work that you pulled together, and to everyone watching. It looks like such a brilliant thing to get involved in. And Uche, Jamie, and I trained together. It was a brilliant training, a very thorough training, a humanistic, positive psychology, cognitive behavioral based training that was really thorough. It brought Jung in. It's all kinds of good things, really, really in service to living an artful life, as Uche is sort of representing here. And I just made a couple of notes about living is an art, and every decision that you make is a stroke on the canvas, is what Uche said. And I think that coaching is uniquely able to help you work out why you want to put a stroke there. Will it serve you to put a stroke there? Is this, you might think, is this the canvas I want to be painting right now? And I think that whereas mentorship might kind of go, you know what, I'm going to find you a great painting teacher, and advice might sort of say, I think your best work is this kind. What coaching does, and Jamie really, really, said that, is that it helps you dig in and understand what you want to change. I think the reason it's so appealed to me is that it's a non-directive modality. So it's not a place to come for advice. It's a place for all of you to be held, to find the if you come because you can't decide, there's some pressure on you about this, but you're not sure whether you want to do that or that. Sometimes I think that somebody who sort of says, well, I think you should do that, it doesn't solve that indecision inside you. It doesn't help. It just adds another pressure sometimes. Whereas what coaching can do for you is look in. Why? You keep mentioning this. You're drawn to this. What is that about? So it's a place to surface fresh thinking, so that the color that you're putting on your canvas is the true essence of yourself. It's a brilliant place to come and learn about who you are, what's important to you, and it's about now and what's next. Not to say that stuff that's happened in the past isn't welcome or useful in the space. It really is, but coaching doesn't turn around and sit in that past. It brings it into the now and next, helps you work out in what way it's holding you back. I sometimes talk about how people are walking around with loads of sort of big overcoats in their wardrobe that weren't ever theirs, don't ever fit, and working that out and kind of going, you know, it's not even me that thinks this. I've picked this up, you know, from dad, or that's what mum always used to say. And actually, off it goes. You know, it's weighing me down, and now I'm more me. So it's onward. It's inherently optimistic, and it's a wonderful space in which to be honest and authentic and really try out, you know, what feels good in your body. And I think the fact that Uche is built, you know, right from the get-go is, you know, is got this big, you know, platform here, and, you know, and is going to be building a community from the off, is absolutely amazing. She said she'd talk about her niche. She's right. I'm a writer. My niche is that I work with creatives to help them believe in themselves and be brave and make the work find the real true spirit of the work they're here to make, and go on and make their art, because without art, what are we? So thank you, Uche, so much for making us part of your launch, and I just want to wish you every success.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Joe.
Okay. Can I just add something from my own experience?
Of course,
First
yes.
of all, thank you, Joe. You can spot who's the writer and who's the IT consultant, I think, from the descriptions. But I think it's worth just adding something from my experience. What brought me into coaching? I've been through phases in my life over the last 15 years where I felt stuck in my career. And this is one particular example, and there are many different examples, but I felt stuck in my career, felt like I needed to leave, I needed to do something different, but also felt trapped because, you know, there's a mortgage and a family and all of that kind of thing. And I didn't know who to talk to. No one who, you know, I've got friends, I've got family, but no one I could really work this out with. And that's why, I mean, that is my target. That's what I want to focus on as a coach, because I think there's a lot of people like that. And it is those kind of problems where it's like, there's something here that's not right. There's something I want to do, and I don't know how to go about it. I don't even know how to think about it, possibly. And I think that's where the coach really comes in.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Jamie, and Joe, for this excellent, insightful contribution. As we all know, people think coaching is, you know, more like the therapy that people go into, counseling, mentorship. But that is not it. Coaching helps you to find that inner hidden belief and or structure that you're not even aware of. We can be acting out of something, as Joe said, putting on a clothes from dad or from mom and walking in it, and it's so heavy you don't even know why you're wearing that. And so coaching helps us to find from deep within that underlying cause, belief, or why we are stuck in a place that we shouldn't actually be stuck in, or help us find that path that feels all blurred. So thank you very much, Joe and Jamie. And I hope I will be having you on here. So as I said, the space was specially built by a wonderful, wonderful person who's taking on to be my manager and producer. So everything is in-house. It's like a house where you're coming and you find compartment for everything. And that would take me to the mentorship part. So if you toggle, or if you go on the Walk With Me, the coaching we've talked about. So there's also mentorship, where one can actually, if one decides to walk with wisdom, grow with guidance, and become with intention, can coming for mentorship apply. And there are also I've got like quiz and reflection where you can go through membership quiz, go through that, and to understand if you truly want to go through a mentorship program with me. And the course and or the sessions are there, and the prizes, how many months. You have a 6-month mentorship, we have a 12-month mentorship, and we have an ongoing one for one who wants to enroll for something longer. And also there is a consciousness journey there, and there's a reflection quiz where you go through to see if truly you need a discovery call. From there, you can then go on for coaching. So some people are also not coachable, as we know, Joe and Jamie. Some people are not coachable. So if they're not, then we're not able to work with them or work with them rather. So having said that, that is the work with me. And then to my conscious ladies and gentlemen, we are building a community of consciousness. Here, the Uchechi Gaming community has been created as a conscious space for human connection, that every single person who becomes a part of this community would see life differently, would view things from the innermost part of knowing and becoming eventually. So there is power in being surrounded by people who are also willing to reflect and learn and grow. So within the community, we are creating spaces for different conversations and different needs. We have the general community for consciousness or conversations. We have reflective gatherings and coffee chat environments where people can connect in a more relaxed and human way. The community is not about presenting ourselves as people who have solved all the problems or every problems. No, that is not the case. This is about becoming more honest, more reflective, more responsible in how we live. It is a place where people can ask meaningful questions also and listen without immediately judging. A place where experience can be acknowledged without allowing those experiences to define the entirety of that person's life. So we have also women for women. So that's for women of courage. We have for women who are going through facing very difficult circumstances. A significant part of my work will support women facing difficult and complex realities, just as I am, and I have, and still facing. That will be women whose husbands are incarcerated, women whose husbands are in exile, women caring for husbands with serious illness, women who've lost their husbands, women who have become sole carers or providers, whose relationships have changed suddenly because of the circumstances that outside of their control, which they have experienced. These women may be carrying legal, emotional, financial, parental, and or social responsibilities simultaneously. It's just I'm bringing that part of journey that I have been through, still going through, to help women who are stuck and not able to find out. It is not a place where people come and cry, but it's a place where people come and say, this is what I've been through, but this is how I am allowing this to shape me, for me to become something stronger and bigger than that which I have gone through. So that's part of the space that we have here. For also men who are facing the same thing. So it doesn't matter if you're a woman or a man, this is about consciousness, because we have men and women in the world. So either of the gender can be facing the same thing. So men who are raising children while managing their own grief, men who have been conditioned to suppress their emotions, considering where we're coming from, because the society told them that vulnerability is weakness. It often returns as anger. So consciousness teaches us that unexpressed pain does not disappear. So it would flip back and come as anger, it come as isolation, It could come as addiction. People go into that addiction because of how society has conditioned them to behave towards a certain emotion. So emotional disconnection and or destructive behavior. So that is